Absolutely, I'm here. I'm here.
Well, it is a victorious day. High five. You did it. You did it. You did it. You did it. God opened the door. You walked through. You put work behind your faith, and you did it. And I'm so proud of you. And I think there are probably a couple hundred people on the line waiting to hear your story. So I'm going to turn it all over to you. It's all yours, Tashauna. Take it away.
Thank you. I have truly been blessed to be able to share my testimony with those that decide to come on the call every night at 10 o'clock. I've done the calls for the last month, and I have really, really, really received a lot of great feedback after my testimony and how it's helping others. And, when they wanted to give up, it was my testimony that, gave them that extra push. But I just want to stop 1 second. I still have to just thank God for just 1 second, because all praises belongs to him. This was none of my doing. See, God has no respect for person. He decided to choose a Tashauna. He decided to use me to be an example for those that decided to come on the call tonight. And I'm pretty sure tonight there are more people on the call tonight than there's ever been since we've been doing this call. Because people had to see. People had to know. And see, I didn't have to wait to get on the phone call. And I didn't have to wait and see that a check or a $50,000 bonus was on the table, because what she had is what I needed. It was what I needed, because what I was doing prior to Surge 365 was not enough. And I was doing the same thing to have not enough. And so my faith told me to move. It told me to move and move now. And see, that's the difference between a lot of people that are scared and they don't know this business, and they just, looking and peeping behind the blinds and trying to figure this thing out. But when God has already orchestrated, he don't need you to figure. He just needs you to move and get in formation so he can do those things that you desire on your behalf. So I thank God for Renee. My Harriet is what I call her, because she has freed me from being financially bound. See, majority of you know my story, heard about my story, but I'm the one that had to live my story. Nobody knows the nights that I've cried because we didn't have enough. And I didn't know another way. I knew that I was destined to be a leader. I knew that I was destined to have better. But it took somebody like Renee Toppin to come in my life and say, hey, you've changed. You changed people's lives in this group. You have 25 chapters all over the world. I'm here to change your life, and I'm still asking, how am I able to bless others with this business? That was one of my first questions. Am I going to be able to bless somebody else in this business? And how I got to this point was because I simply believed. I didn't know the pain that I had been through was the plan. And see, sometimes when we broke, and we like to stay there. And not one time with everything that I've been through did I say, I'm just going to stop and stay right here in this mess. I'm just going to park right here, and I'm going to grieve some more, and I'm going to cry some more. I didn't. I kept going. I never wavered. I never stopped. I never complained. I just kept going. 2012, I had to bury my child. I had to do something that a mother should never have to do. And I had to lay my son to rest. One of the worst things I've ever been through. And I wanted to question God, why? Why? You blessed me with 5 other children. Why? I didn't know. I didn't know the pain that I had to go through was for my purpose today. That I had the heart for 87,000 other women to heal. And I had to go through what I've been through these last 7, 8 months for somebody that didn't think they were going to make it. So, yes, you walk past Tashauna's all day long because you're looking at a particular kind of person for this business. The system works for everybody. I believed in what she had. It was needed. It was necessary. I've been a hairstylist for 12 years. My last check, I put it in our team group, was $132. $132. I have 5 children. What else was I going to do? I wasn't going back to school. It was nothing else that I wanted to do or desired to do. I didn't have time. But I was sitting in there humble off of the $132 check. And then I met Renee. And she came to me and said, I'm here to help you. And for once, when opportunity knocks at the door, we got to stop peeping out the blinds. What are we peeping out the blinds for? That's your ride. That's your opportunity. That's your ticket out. And when you pray to God for something, that's your consultation right there. As the kid Muhammad said, he said you should go ahead and start expecting the answer. You shouldn't have to consult God about the answer because that's what you prayed for. If it's not enough today, it's not going to be enough tomorrow. It just won't be. And so I decided to jump off the highest mountain I could find. And I said, God, okay, this is you. I didn't say if it is you. I didn't say if it is you. But because God, when he tells you to move, he has your back. He has you. And so being in Surge 365, it has changed my life instantly. For 4 years, I haven't had enough money to purchase my son a tombstone. And I was okay. I just settled with that because the last time I went there, I couldn't find him. I knew the area that he was in. He was in Babyland. I knew that area. But as a mother, not knowing where your child is in the cemetery, you might have lost your child in the mall before and panicked for a few minutes. But how about going to a cemetery and trying to memorize tombstones that were nearby where your son was buried at? How about trying to visualize dirt or remember the dirt that was around his grave when he was buried? This company has allowed me to take the money that I've made and put a deposit on his tombstone. Now I can get him what I want him to have. Even though I know it's just his body that resides there because his spirit is with me and God in heaven. But as a mother, do you know how it feels when you can't find your child? And then I opt for a tattoo on my wrist. I got a flower on my wrist because I didn't want to put myself through that pain of going out there over and over again and not knowing where he was. But then through this business, I was able to do that. Through this business, I was able to take my daughter shopping for a simple 8th grade dance. Simple 8th grade dance. It was no prom or anything like that. But to just go in the store, and my daughter know how we shop. We shop on the clearance rack, and we'll continue to shop on the clearance rack. But she bought me 2 dresses that day. She bought me one that was on sale, and she bought me one that wasn't on sale. And she didn't even know about the money that I was receiving. And in her mind, she comes out and say, well, Ma, I know this is what you want me to have, but I really like this dress right here. And, of course, it was a dress that wasn't on sale. And when I told my daughter that she can get the dress that was not on sale, the regular price one, and I said, not only that, you can go get the shoes, you get the headband, you get the earrings, you get all the accessories that you want to go with this dress. Because it felt good for that moment to watch her run around that store to get the things that she wanted. Not only that she needed, but what she wanted. Now I'm in the process of looking for a home for me and my children. You're talking to a mother that's only been able to be on Section 8, hard income housing. Somebody come in and check your place every 30 days and make sure you're living right. Just come in your house anytime you get ready. Been in the system for 17 years. Ever since my son was born, I've been in the system. 3 weeks ago, I was able and happy to call and say, nope, I'm not recertifying this time. The last time I used my card was in May, the month that I started. And we have been eating just fine. I don't want your food stamps anymore. I don't need them. I don't need them because Surge 365 gave me the opportunity and I took it, and we don't need that anymore. One Monday morning 2 weeks ago, I got a check in the mail. I just got up and I said, come on, kids, let's go. And we went to the beach. I haven't been able to do things like that for my children. The week of the 4th, I would be in the salon getting everybody else right, my children at home, and wishing that we could go somewhere. But I couldn't. Now I was able to do those things, to watch my children run out from the water just coughing and slobbering. And they were like, Mom, the water is salty. Why is the water so salty? Because they didn't know. They didn't know. They've been used to the public pool. They didn't even know that the water was salty. That's priceless. But I would have never experienced that moment had I not jumped at this opportunity. Would have never experienced that. Now I'm able to do the things freely that I want to do for my children. I can take them to school. I can pick them up. I can help them with their homework because it's just me. I'm a single mom of 5 children, 5 baby daddies. That's me. That's my story. That's my story. And for people to look at me, giving me the side eye that this is a scam, no, this ain't no scam. This is a blessing. Because nobody could have ever done this but God. To receive phone calls today from the owners, they telling me that I inspired them. No, they inspired me. They gave me something that I couldn't give myself. Why tell yourself no when you know this is the right thing to do? Why even just block yourself from a blessing when you know this is the right thing to do? Now I can take my children to New York for Christmas and stay a week from 2016, and we'll be there to 2017. Now I can take them. Do you know how bad it hurt me to watch my children watch Home Alone for a whole year straight? Because they wanted that kind of Christmas. Mom, we want this kind of Christmas right here. Now I'm able to do that. My job wasn't going to allow me to do that a whole week and a half Christmas. Oh, no, that's when you make your most money. Now I can make it as much as I want when I want to. And that's what separates me from a lot of things and a lot of people, because I have faith to believe. I serve a great God. I can't keep singing, it's my season to be blessed, if I don't recognize my harvest when it's harvest time. So I encourage you, when you're talking about this business, you're talking about a Tashauna. You're talking about Tashauna. Keep Tashauna in your mind. Because 4 years ago, I didn't want to be here. 4 years ago, I was praying to God to take me out of here. It hadn't even been a year yet. I went through hell and back less than a year ago. The enemy wanted to take me out. Take me out of here. And not one time did I respond. And see, God, He does things the way He does things. He don't need your help. He just needs you to have faith. And when you have faith to believe, nights like this will happen over and over and over and over and over. So I thank God for my Renee, my Harriet, for coming into my life, a perfect stranger, angel in disguise, a leader of all leaders, someone that would drive back and forth. She has a child herself. But when you have somebody that's leading the way and that's paving the way for you, that's a good person to follow. Great person to follow. You don't have to know somebody to follow. And every leader needs a leader. And so I'm proud and I'm honored to be the very first $50,000 bonus earner with Surge 365. And it doesn't stop here. We will continue to surge, and I will be in Atlanta on this weekend celebrating with you guys. And like she said, I really don't know all that is going on. I've never been to convention. I've never did a business like this before. Never been in anybody else's MLM. And I don't even say MLM because this is truly a ministry for me to help others get to the place that Renee has gotten me to. So thank you, Renee, for coming into my life. Thank you, Surge 365, for changing my life, and I'm forever grateful. Back to you, Renee.
And the last shall be first. and the last shall be first.